The latest ranking of state and territory economies shows New South Wales and Victoria are the top economic performers. CommSec's State of the States report also shows home building is expected to decline. Ryan Felsman is a senior economist with CommSec. He says the report is based on a number of factors.
CommSec releases a report on a quarterly basis which looks at the economic performance across all Australian states and territories, and we basically rank each state and territory by a number of economic indicators ranging from retail spending, population growth through to economic growth.
And so why is New South Wales back near the top now?
Well, New South Wales has joined Victoria at the top of the rankings for the first time in 6 months. New South Wales has been very consistent. It's ranked second in terms of 6 of our leading indicators. Of course, Victoria is very strong at the moment. Economic growth, retail trade, unemployment and construction work done, consistent across the board. So broadly, both states are benefiting from strong labour markets. If you look at Victoria, it's created 102,000 jobs over the last 12 months. New South Wales has created 94,000 jobs, and their unemployment rates at 4.2 and 4.3% are roughly the lowest on record since 1978.
And what's happening with the middle ranking states and territories?
Well, what we're seeing is the ACT really picking up. New dwelling starts and also housing finance in particular are leading the ACT up. It could conceivably get to the top rankings over the course of the next few months with some weakness in those housing markets, particularly in Sydney and Melbourne. Also, Tasmania's performing pretty strongly too. We've seen that relative population growth there pick up, and also business investment also stabilise. And also South Australia as well is ranking 5th at the moment. It has seen a pickup, particularly in business investment as well.
What about the Northern Territory and Queensland?
Well, if you look at Queensland, what we've seen there is a bit of weakness in the labour market. The unemployment rate at 6.1% has ticked up a little bit, although they've created 54,000 jobs over the last 12 months. Where we have seen some weakness in Queensland, particularly in business investment, and that's really on the back of the end of the mining construction boom. Also, if you look at the Northern Territory as well, economic growth is the 3rd strongest on the back of exports, particularly around natural gas. But of course, depopulation there is really leading to some weakness.
And where did WA end up?
Well, Western Australia is currently up from 8th to 7th place. We have seen capitals for those iron ore and lithium projects.
And what do you expect is going to happen in the construction sector over the next 12 months? And how important has the construction sector been to economic growth in Australia over the last couple of years?
Well, there's a couple of facets here. So if you look at infrastructure spending, particularly engineering construction, that's been a positive contributor to Australian economic growth, particularly around public transport-related infrastructure. But of course, we have seen some weakness there, particularly in the residential housing sector in particular. We've seen construction starting to fall back there, and they'll have an impact certainly on the New South Wales.
So how do you see it panning out over the next 12 months or so? Will New South Wales and Victoria still be up there in 12 months' time?
Well, we're expecting ACT and Tasmania to perform quite well. Certainly, if you look at Canberra in particular, population growth there is quite strong. The housing market's positive. If you look at home prices in Canberra, they're up by 3% over the last 12 months. And particularly if we do see a change of government, particularly with the Labor Party, that would be a support larger government potentially in Canberra. So that could support the Canberra economy going forward. And also Tasmania continues to benefit from business investment and also tourism.
Ryan Felsman there. Finance News now, a bit more.